I thought surely companies are buying the right insurance. Surely, they've been doing this for so long, and they've got brokers that support them and help them place the risk. So surely they may be overpaying, but at least they're buying the right amount of risk cover. The limits are sufficient, and the terms and conditions, the clauses that they insure, surely that matches the underlying risk, and it doesn't necessarily excludes things that shouldn't be excluded. And imagine my surprise when none of these, three hypotheses kind of held. Um, not only the companies are overpaying, but they're not even buying enough. So they're trying to save money by buying less, if that makes sense. I mean, that kind of goes against the whole concept of insurance and insuring your tail. Buying less tail protection seems to be the strange way to go about things. Rather than increasing your retention if you wanted to buy less coverage, but buying less insurance most of the time without even knowing it. Quite a few conversations we had, people were convinced that they were fully covered for the actual risks, only to discover they needed to like double, triple, quadruple the limits to actually cover the loss scenarios. And then on top of that, overpaying for underinsurance that they have. And then on top of that, the way the policy wordings are structured is they think that if a claim happens, they will kind of get the money back, and that never happens, or almost never happens. So it's like surprise on top of a surprise on top of a surprise. I think it's a fun world to live in, because by solving any of these challenges, you can kind of get value from the process. Yesterday the process looked like this and it costed this much. Today it could look different and cost less, and the improvement is tangible and kind of insignificant. So that I think that's a fascinating discovery.
100%. And also just listening to you talk, like this one piece where you mentioned now, okay, there is like this possibility for reducing the price or getting a fairer price, right? But then like kind of the learning that if people do that, like they literally play zero-sum games where they just like focus on, okay, but I'm gonna have like a leak of coverage on the tail risk or whatsoever. So I'm just like, they see it more as like a trade. Okay, I'm gonna to reduce the price, I have to actually get less coverage or less adequate coverage, right? So what we did now, I think that was a very interesting learning that we had, was hit kind of like these three levels or the three levers, right? The first piece, maybe we want to understand before you talk anything price or whatsoever, understand your risk quality, right? Understand like what are you actually insuring, right? And C, is your current coverage actually adequate, right? So kind of like these two things. First of all, you want to create like your digital risk twin of what you actually are exposed to. And then the other piece, you want to understand like your insurance, which is a little bit similar to, again, like I would say like not a insurance twin, but it helps a little bit with the understanding, right? Like where you have, hey, this is like your risk quality, which is a digital risk twin of what you have there right now. Then we bring in like the overall insurance coverage and see if it actually matches. And only then at some point, right, you can discuss like further pricing and stuff like that. And for me, even I have to acknowledge, like, I got that wrong. I always like directly went like to the price, right? Hey, I want like for the right coverage, the right price and stuff like that. But it's way worse than that, the situation in the market. We actually have to ask first, hey, is the coverage adequate? And then we can figure out the rest.